Proton has just facelifted the X70 for the 2025 model year, with an aim to cement its lead as the #1 C-segment SUV in Malaysia. With a strong new fascia, updated technology, the same reliable powertrain with fuel efficiency gains, the new Proton X70 promises a lot, all for the same price. My name is AIMAN ABDULLAH, this is Malaysian Motoring, this is our launch coverage of the new Proton X70. Now, some things on this car haven't really been changed, and that has a lot to do with the powertrain. Up front, we'll still find the same 1.5-litre TGDI 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol engine, producing 177 PS and 255 Nm of torque. However, it is now mated to an updated 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission with revised ratios that not only improve fuel economy, but also improve overall smoothness and a lack of vibration. A key feature of the new X70 is updated refinement, which is what they're talking about more than even this bold new face. Now, talking about the aesthetics, the new X70 not only comes in this fresh new marine blue color, but it also has this strong new fascia. So we now get full LED headlights up front, replete with scrolling indicators. We get an updated ethereal bow frame around this diamond grille, which now looks more in line with the Proton S70 and the Proton X90. Now, on top of that, with this new X70 facelift, they've also gotten rid of the radar module that used to live on the bottom half of the bumper, now relegated to just a pair of cameras up on the windscreen. Now, this new front end, while the car remains broadly the same size, it does improve the visual length of the vehicle, improving the length of the bonnet to make it look a little bit more elegant. And they've also brought the overall design language of the face further down in order to minimize the sort of top-heavy look of the outgoing model. Aside from that, we now also get new 19-inch wheel designs for the Premium and Premium X models, whereas the Executive and Standard models get the same overall wheel design. Now, at the back, there are very few changes to report, limited to just a reprofiled rear bumper in order to improve, again, the sort of visual heft or lack thereof of the rear. It is worth noting that Proton has actually brought up the black section a little bit further up into the bumper in order to, again, reduce the visual height of the car and make it look a little bit lighter and a little bit more lithe. Now, behind the new standard powered tailgate, you will find the same amount of space as before, replete with the same folding seat options in order to expand the cargo room a little bit further. But if you ask me, I think the profile of the new X70 really does highlight how the changes in the front have made the whole car look a little bit fresher, a little bit neater, and a little bit sharper for the 2025 model year. Inside, the changes are dominated by a lot of technology. Gone is the built-in head unit. Now we get a 12.3-inch widescreen display with a higher resolution, better technical stuff on the back, and an updated GKUI system which not only feels sharper and more smooth to use, which now comes with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, thank God. There is also 72 color ambient lighting available on the dash front as part of this new redesign, as well as an updated digital instrument cluster which features more updated graphics in line again with the X90 and the S70. Now, down below, you'll also find a redesigned gear shift lever to control that updated 7-speed DCT. And overall, while stuff in here does seem very similar, there are certain better, smaller upgrades in order to improve the way this car feels. So, for example, gone is the tan leather interior. Now we get stone grey for the Premium and Premium X models. The headlining is also now done up in black in order to reduce the visual heft of the car to draw your eye line further down. And in terms of interior quality, all the materials in here are just as impressive as they've ever been before. And so all of this works together in order to make the X70 a much more appealing product than it already was. Now, one of the Proton X70's biggest selling points has always been its practicality. With the front seat set up in my driving position, I have a good amount of kneeroom and a good amount of headroom despite the panoramic sunroof available on this Premium X model. I also get a set of crotch coolers or rear air conditioning vents, as well as the ionizer system that the X70 always has come with. But now we also get USB-A and USB-C ports back here, as well as a new USB-C port up front in order to improve charging capabilities. I have very good under-thigh support. I also get deployable center armrests here, replete with a set of cup holders currently held in place by this very thick cling film. And overall, life back here does seem pretty good. This should be just as practical and as comfortable a car as it's ever been, and so we are confident that the X70 will continue to be a strong seller in our market. Safety has always been a big factor with the PROTON X70, and so for the 2025 model year, there have been significant updates. Where this car used to only offer, say, basic ADAS, now we have ADAS 2.0, which takes things like adaptive cruise control and brings it all the way down to include traffic jam assist. We also get pedestrian and cyclist detection, as well as the automatic high beam that we're already used to, as well as things like lane centering, lane keeping aid, and rear cross traffic alert with AEB. Also, the 360 camera in this car has been updated to improve the overall visibility and overall quality, allowing this car to be even more confident when you're maneuvering it through tight spaces. Now, as with any new Proton launch, there come a series of early bird packages. So for the first 3,000 customers, Proton provide an extra 7,000 ringgit cash rebate, as well as a 2,800 ringgit overtrade assistance in order to get yourself into one of these. On top of that, it will also upgrade your Proton insurance plan into a slightly more premium option, all free of charge for the first 3,000 customers. Now, for those of you who are wondering, this 2025 model year update comes at no additional cost, which means that this range continues to kick off at 98,800 ringgit for the standard model, rising to 110,800 ringgit for the executive model, 123,800 ringgit for the premium model, and 126,800 ringgit for the Premium X with the sunroof. All cars come as standard with a 5-year data plan, as well as a 5-year unlimited mileage warranty coverage, as well as a few other extras, including very, very low interest rates, as low as 2.4% per annum, based on what your bank will permit. Let us know what you think about the new updated 2025 model year Proton X70. Are you as excited as we are to take this car out for a drive in order to better put it through its paces, to understand those updates to NVH especially? And more importantly, how critical was it for you that they now included wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto for the first time? We'd certainly like to know. In any case, that concludes our launch coverage of the 2025 Proton X70. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon to be notified every time we make a new upload. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All the links are in the description below, including the link to join our new WhatsApp channel. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Take care and stay safe.